We all know that leveling in Classic WoW can get a bit tedious and can get a bit difficult at times, so I thought that in today's video we could share a few tips on what you can actually do in order to make the whole leveling process a lot easier. Hey there guys, I'm Exxz, and if you like the content that I'm creating here, consider subscribing to my channel. It will really help me out a lot. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So first up, let's talk about mobs. You might find some of them difficult to deal with, like they're gonna be a lot stronger than the rest of the mobs, and if some of those mobs are located near your quest hub, you can actually use your quest hub to your advantage. You can just easily pull the mob towards the quest hub and let your guards kill them. And if the questing area is not really far away from your questing hub, this can really increase your leveling speed, because you can just keep pulling all of the mobs that you need for your quest objective to your questing hub and let the guards just do the work for you. You're still gonna get the kills and you're still gonna count towards finishing the quest. It's just gonna save you a lot of time in actually killing the mobs. This can also help you if you're struggling and you cannot kill a mob on your own. Ashenvale Rare comes to mind, like for example the one that is near the Splinter Tree post. You don't have to kill it on your own, simply just tag it and run back to your questing hub and then just let the guards do the rest of the work. Another great thing that can speed things up while leveling is the way that aggro works in Classic. It's different from the current WoW. Currently it works in a way that mobs generally have an area around them that they're gonna keep aggroing the player, that they're just gonna keep following the player if you aggro them. So if you run out of that area, the mob is simply just gonna reset and he's gonna run back to his original location. Now in Classic WoW, it works a bit different. As long as you keep doing damage to a certain mob, he's gonna keep following you throughout the zone. I think that you have like a 10-second window. If he doesn't take any damage during those 10 seconds, then he's gonna just reset. But if you just keep doing damage throughout those 10 seconds and you don't kill the mob, he's gonna follow you wherever you go. So if an area is surrounded by a lot of mobs and you need to pick up a quest objective over there, or you need to kill a certain mob that is surrounded by a lot of other mobs and you don't want to really clear everything, you can just simply pull the mob that you need and just keep doing some damage to him and run far away with him so that the rest of the mobs fall off and they go back and reset to their original position. And once that is done, you can just simply kill the mob that you need and you don't have to worry about dying and actually running all the way back to your corpse. Another great way to use this to your advantage is to try and always keep moving in the direction where you're supposed to be next. Because mobs aren't gonna reset when you leave their aggro area, if you will. They're just gonna keep following you as long as you keep doing damage to them. You can save some time while traveling while you're actually fighting the mob. You can travel while fighting. You can just keep moving in the direction where you need to be next while you keep killing the mob. That's gonna save you some time while traveling, and since traveling is gonna be a huge time sink in Classic WoW, it's definitely gonna save you some time and it's gonna speed the whole process up. Okay, so while questing, while you're traveling from one questing objective to another, you want to make sure that you kill all of the mobs that are on your way. So basically, as soon as you see something, just pull it and kill it and you're done with it. If you do this, you will be leveling a lot faster, since Classic questing works a lot better when it's complemented with a bit of grinding, I'd say. If you're not going to be killing all of the mobs that are on your way and you're just gonna kill the mobs that are required for the quest, you might find that you're going to finish all of the quests in one zone and you're still not going to be high enough level in order to advance to another zone. So you're just gonna have to grind either way. Best to do it while you're questing, since that way it won't actually feel as much of a grind as it actually is. So just make sure that you keep killing everything while traveling from one questing location to another, since that will just increase your leveling speed by a lot. Now, a lot of the speed guys actually tell you to skip professions, and they're generally right if you want to hit server first or you just want to be done with leveling as soon as possible. But in my opinion, picking up professions while you level can be really beneficial, since they can provide you with some buffs, they can provide you with some gear, and that's definitely gonna speed things up. Like cooking, for example, is gonna provide you with some food that has some buffs, and you're just gonna either do more damage or you're gonna have more HP, and that's definitely gonna give you an edge. Main professions, for example, are going to provide you with some gear, and gear is definitely going to come in handy while you're leveling. So if you're not really striving to hit that server first, or if you want to enjoy leveling, I would definitely consider picking up some professions because they're just gonna make your life a bit easier while you actually level. When going outside of your questing hub, make sure that you have enough supplies to last you while you're outside in the world questing, since if you run out of either food or water, you're just gonna have to run back to your city to pick some up, and that way you're just gonna lose a lot of time. Same thing goes for dungeons. If you're going to a dungeon, make sure that you have enough food, water, potions, whatever you might need in a dungeon, since you don't really want to be slowing the whole group down just because you haven't picked up some food or water and everybody has to wait for your mana to regen or your HP to go back up. Since traveling is gonna take up a huge portion of time while leveling in Classic WoW, you might want to plan ahead a bit. You want to know at what levels you're gonna learn your most impactful spells, and you only want to go to your major cities on those levels. You don't want to go to your major cities each 2 levels to see what new spells you're gonna learn, since that way you're just gonna lose a lot of time and you're just gonna have a lot of unnecessary trips going back and forth. You can also plan out your questing route a bit ahead, since sometimes there's gonna be 2 different quests that are gonna require you to kill the same type of mob, so you might want to hold off to one of those quests until you have both of them, so that you can maybe hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Another great thing that you can do is maybe buy some questing items off of the auction house, since you can actually do that in Classic WoW, not all of them, but some of them, so that when you're gonna go to an area where you're gonna need those items for a quest, you can just pick the quest up and then instantly just turn him in, since that way you're just gonna save a lot of time. Okay, while leveling, try to save up as much gold as you can, because as we've mentioned, traveling is gonna take up a lot of time in Classic WoW, and if you're gonna have enough gold to get your mount at level 40, that's just gonna speed things up by quite a bit. To help you out with this, you can actually create a bank alt and just keep sending everything that you want to sell from your main character over to your bank alt, since he's just gonna be parked in front of the auction house and he can just easily sell everything that you have on your main character, and he can nick you quite a good profit. You don't want to be vendoring all of those items if you can make more gold off of them on the auction house, and just in general that's gonna help you out a lot if you get your mount faster, and everything else is just a win-win. Another way to speed things up while questing is to actually set your Hearthstone location to an area where you're going to be turning in a lot of the quests, since that way you can just pick up all of the quests that you need, go outside into the world, finish up all of them, and then instead of walking all the way back to your area where you picked up all of the quests, you can just Hearthstone back, and it can save you the time that it would take for you to actually go from the quest objective all the way back to your questing hub. Next up, we have dungeons. Now, you definitely want to be doing dungeons, since there's a lot of quests in those dungeons. Usually there are 3, 4, maybe 5 quests. Some of the dungeons have 10 or more quests, depending on the dungeons that you're actually doing. But it's definitely beneficial for you to do them, since they're gonna give you a lot of experience from those quests alone, and even from the mobs that you're gonna keep killing in those dungeons. And you're also going to get some items that are gonna either boost your damage, or they're gonna help you heal better or tank better. It's just definitely gonna boost your whole leveling speed by quite a bit, so definitely do dungeons. Since Classic WoW UI doesn't really have a lot of stuff in it, you might want to get some add-ons to help you out while you're questing. PF UI and PF quests are awesome. Both of those add-ons actually provide you with an overhauled UI, and they help you keep track of all of your quests that you're doing. They let you know where you need to go in order to finish those quests, and they're just awesome to have, since everything looks a lot cleaner and everything is finished a lot easier. You also might want to get Atlas. It's gonna help you out to determine what boss drops what loot. It has some maps of dungeons so that you don't get lost, or actually just kind of help you out to navigate the places. There's a lot of good add-ons out there, so definitely try and get some, since that way it's just gonna help you speed things up. DPS meters or threat meters are also a thing, and you should definitely get some, since that way you'll be able to monitor how much damage you're doing, and threat meters are going to help you out of not over aggroing your tanks and just not dying, since threat generation actually plays a much larger role in Classic than it does in current WoW, so you definitely want to keep an eye out on that so you don't actually over aggro your tanks. If you want to get those add-ons, I'll provide you with the links in the description down below. Since questing and just leveling in general is much more challenging in Classic WoW than it is in current, you want to use everything that you have at your disposal. If you're having trouble with a quest and you see some more people in that area doing the same quest, ask them for help. You might get a bit less EXP from killing the actual mobs, but you're gonna finish the quest that much faster and it's just gonna even out in the end. You can probably use an item or something that you can if you're having trouble with a certain mob and there's no other people around you. There's a lot of items on the auction house that you can actually buy that are gonna either increase the damage you do, or they're gonna make the enemy take more damage, or they're just gonna help you out in some way, so definitely keep an eye out on those. But anyways, that's about it for this video, guys. If you have any other tricks to use, let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more WoW videos, and that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.